Finally this month, Bend firefighters train for unexpected emergencies at construction sites if workers are buried in a trench collapse. Take a look.
It's important to train our fire service in trench rescue because when anything bad happens, it's always the fire service that we turn to. And this is considered a technical rescue discipline, and so it's an advanced rescue discipline, so it's very important that we train them in the methods of emergency trench rescue, and also we have to consider OSHA and the OSHA standards because there is a code that we need to comply to for trench rescue.
Well, this class in trench rescue is part of the special operations that we do. People tend to think of us as only doing fires, but when there is a collapse, we're the folks that they call. So we have a special group of people that are trained in collapse.
What we're teaching the Bend Fire Department here is the procedures that are necessary to pull off a successful and safe emergency trench rescue. So what we do is we put the students in the classroom for approximately 4 hours in the morning on the first day, and we basically run them through all the basics, the code and the standards and those things that are necessary to understand. But where it really comes together is out here, where the hands-on portion is, where we can actually teach them how to safely approach the trench, how to do the initial size up, ask the pertinent questions to get all the information that they need to make a successful and safe rescue in the trench.
We brought in some experts from the outside that have been training hundreds of people for years in trench rescue, and there is quite a bit of science involved in how a person needs to shore up given the soil type, the depth, the angle, the width of the trench, etc. So,
according to OSHA, it's the responsibility of the employer to keep his employees safe, and that doesn't change for us as firefighters. So when we roll on scene, we actually fall under the same standard as, say, the business and industry does for keeping their employees safe. So it's important that we understand what the codes and what the regulations say, so we can be responsible for our employees and for our firefighters when we send them in the trench for trench rescue.
This, again, is one of those special areas of training that we do that we consider what's called a low frequency but a high risk type of event that doesn't happen very often, but those are the ones that we need to train real well on.
Well, there's a saying that we use: train like you fight, fight like you train. And so the only practical way to really teach these guys how to work in and around these trenches for trench rescue is to actually get them in actual trenches. These are not trench props. These are actual live dynamic trenches that we actually finished digging this morning, and it gives these students the realism that they need of what it's like working in these trenches.
Bend Fire and Rescue has a training program that runs throughout the year, and it covers multiple topics, and we want to make sure that we're ready for any emergency that might take place in the city with its citizens, with workers, contractors, visitors. We want to be able to handle every emergency efficiently and effectively, and that all comes through training.
Because there's no way that they're going to really feel the dynamics of what it's like in a real trench rescue unless they're in active dynamic trenches. So what we've done here is come on this location at Knife River, and they've been very gracious to us to dig these trenches for us and allow us to practice our trench rescue procedures on their property.
But Bend Fire and Rescue trains not only on fires, which you'd expect in ambulance, but we have some very specialized areas that we perform training in, and that includes the trench rescue that you're seeing, as well as steep angle rescue, swift water rescue, we have ice rescue, so collapse rescue. So there are lots of specialty areas that we train people as well.